The evidence was pretty clear, and it was pretty straightforward that these three officers were absolutely and unequivocally justified in the use of lethal force against Mr. Henderson.
A slam-dunk case, says District Attorney Sim Gill, but it comes nearly 5 months after the officer-involved shooting. Tonight, we find out why, Deanie.
That's right. The shootout ultimately killed Unified Police Officer Doug Barney and the suspect, a parole fugitive, Cory Lee Henderson. The district attorney today cleared officers of any wrongdoing. New Specialist Nicole Vowell has new details about a day that's hard to forget.
We had three officers who were involved in the use of force, and we had a death of an officer, so we wanted to make sure we did a thorough job.
A difficult case on many levels. Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill says there are two reasons this case took as long as it did to clear the officers involved.
It was a very well-investigated investigation.
Time and volume. Working on 6 other shooting cases at the time, Gill says his office wanted to make sure they did it right.
And we're happy to have it finally done.
Sheriff Jim says legally it may have taken almost 5 months for the case to be over, but the loss of their beloved officer, that pain will linger a lifetime. Now,
regardless of whether it took 5 months or whether it takes 5 years to get everybody through this, it's our intention to ensure that we do that.
It's about moving forward. Winters says the layers of loss are deep, even for those who knew Cory Henderson.
I think in all this too, what we don't want to lose sight of is the suspect in this and their family.
Gill also offered new information into the deadly January 17th day in Holiday.
We determined that he fired approximately 9 rounds at the 3 officers.
He says Henderson emptied his magazine at the officers. One of those bullets sealed the fate of Officer Doug Barney, while 2 more injured Officer John Ritchie.
Officer Ritchie demonstrated incredible resilience in continuing to engage in wanting to protect himself and the safety of his other officers.
Gill says Ritchie, although hit twice, kept firing at Henderson to try and stop him.
They did the right thing consistent with their training and under the statute.
That was Nicole Vowell reporting. After an internal assessment, Sheriff Winder says 3 weeks after the shooting, 2 of the officers were back on duty. As for Officer John Ritchie, it took him about 3 months to heal. But this also brings up another story, a serious